So in earlier sessions, we discussed about auditing the data. Okay, so to auditing the data, first what we did is we used one derived column transformation. Derived column transformation. So instead of the derived column, we have created one date column and captured the timestamp, the execution timestamp in the target table, to know when that particular record has been inserted or else updated into our target database. After that, we have used audit transformation. So using this audit transformation, we were able to capture the some audit information like the similar like a start time, end time, the package name, package ID, and the username. I mean, like which user, I mean the which user credentials we have used to load the data, that and all. Okay, to capture those things, like we have used audit transformation. So, and one more thing, like we used is some logging options. So logging options, like we saw some using some text file logging, okay, and SQL server table logging, and using XML files, okay, and some other logging options. Yeah, I mean, like we are maintaining to capture some execution details under, when the package has been started or else when the package has been ended, and some other details, like we try to capture these things. So apart from these things, like we have one more thing called, you can do the similar operation using event handlers. Okay, in SSIS we have event handlers. So using these event handlers, we can do the similar kind of auditing the I mean, like insertion, capturing some uh, I mean, like loading date and time, or else any kind of errors if you see, like error messages, something like the audit information, the complete execution details, which will contain some complete execution details. So how to do that means, let's connect to the package. So what I will do is I will take one package. Let me take this one. Yes, we are able to execute the package. Let me stop this. Assume like we have one package like this. Okay, so similarly, like we are having many packages, we have one package like this. Here you can see the event handlers tab. Just go to that event handlers tab. Then you can see the, I mean, you can see the workspace over here like this. Okay, here you can see the executable, and then the event which you want to handle. Okay, so different events that you can see, like on error you want to capture, or else after the execution of the package you want to capture any details, or else if you want to capture any detail after validating the package, or else before executing the package you want to capture any details. So something like that, you can use any of the events. Okay, these are nothing but the events, and which event you want to handle is like it's a event handler. Come to here, executable. What is the executable means, like here you can capture the auditing details. That means like you can capture the event at any level. This is what that package. Okay, so you are in this particular package, and inside of this particular package, whatever the objects that you are having, let us say inside of this package, what is the object that you are having? Only one data flow task. So like if you want to capture the details at package level, like you can take that, or else if you want to capture the audit details at task level, that means inside of the package, like you may have a many tasks. It might be data flow, execute SQL, a sequence container for each look, whatever it might be. You may have any task like bulk insert, whatever it might be. You want to capture the details at task level, like you can capture the details. So For that, like what I will do is, let me connect to the SSMS. The training database, what I will take a query, new query. So here I will create one audit table, okay, to capture all the events. Audit. So instead of that, I will create some columns like I want to capture some package ID, and the package name I want to have. It's around 50 characters. And package start time I will take as a date time, and the package end time as some date time, and I will take one more column as some package error if I have any error kind of thing. So I will take this one as a n varchar. So because like the error message may contain some numerics, some special characters, or else any kind of any other thing. Okay, so I will go for as a n varchar, and I will make the size as a 10,000 characters. So I will create one table like this. After this, what I will do is insert into. So let us say we are having a many packages. Okay, so I will create, I will enter one record for each and every package. Okay, so for now, like I am working on this particular package. So what I will do is I will enter, I will give some two values, package ID comma some package name, specify as values. So package ID I will give some random ID, some 111, and what is the package name that I want to capture is I want to capture the values for this particular package. So what is the package name? Load SCD type 1. Load SCD type 1. Okay, so I have inserted one record. So in the log table, I have the values like this, some package ID and package name, and the rest of the columns are as null. So start time and end time and the package error description, something like that. So similarly, I will enter the records for all the packages. Okay, I have inserted a record for one package. Okay, so similarly, I will insert the records for all the package, whatever the package that I want to log, I want to capture the information, I want to get an audit. Okay, I will capture all the records into a table. So but what I will do is at the time of execution, or else if I get any error or else any post execution thing, what I will do is I will update these values. Okay, so what I will do is here I want to capture the values at package level. Just I will select the package. After that, click here to create an on error event handle. Okay, so which event you want to capture? So what I will do is after execution, I just want to capture some values. Okay, on post execute, select the event. After that, click here. So this will now the window is the I mean like the work area is like you can edit this work area once after selecting the event that you want to have, you want to capture. The workspace will be editable. Take the execute SQL task, place it, drag to your workspace and configure it. Open that. Where your audit table is existed, your audit table is existed in training database. So source connection is pointing to training database, and the SQL statement gives some SQL statement. So on post execute, like I just want to capture some execution complete time, okay, execution end time. So for that, what I will do is update table name, set the package end time, okay, package end time equal to get date. Okay, get date means like after the execution, whatever the time the system is having, it will capture that get date value. Okay, where the package ID, what is the package ID that I want to give is, like assume like I have many package IDs. So in after that, like I want to capture the package ID only for this particular package. Okay, so give a question mark. Take this update, place it here. Okay, so that means question mark. If you remember this question mark, where we have this question mark is like while working with the lookup, we have this question mark option, like while updating the records on from OLEDB command. Okay, the similar manner, like we have to give the package ID equal to question mark. So that means we will pass this question mark through a variable directly also, like you can pass, but in real time, like you will pass through a variable. Click on OK. And as of now, like we haven't configured any variables, so just go to the variable, select a variable, and here give a variable and some value. What is the value that I want to capture is, I want to capture 111. Okay, so I will give the value as 111. Now open the execute SQL task. Here you have configured the query, right? So instead of the query, like you are passing the package ID through the variable. Okay, so for that, like go to the parameter. Here it is empty. Okay, here you need to pass that particular variable. Just click on add. Once you click on add, you can see some options here, and from that, like go to the variable name. There you can pick your variable, user variable. What is the variable that you are going to capture? User variable package ID. That means just now you have created the package ID, and it is a input variable. That means you are passing the variable input, you are giving the variable. Okay, on parameter name, by default it will give you as new parameter name. Just make that one as 0. Okay, and if you have any parameter, the next parameter, the parameter name will be 1. If it is the second one, it's a parameter name will be 2, something like that. Okay, in the same order, in a proper order. Just click on OK, save it, execute the package. Package executed successfully. Okay, so go here and check your table. See, so that means like once after the executing the package, we are just capturing the package anytime. Okay, so when that particular execution has been done. Okay, so by looking at the audit table, that like you'll come to know whether that particular package has been executed on a particular day or not. Okay, so similarly, like we have just configured only one package. Like you may have a number of packages. Let us say we have this number of packages. For each and every package, we do a we insert a record for each and every package. This is for one package, and again we can insert one more record for the other package. Likewise, like you can insert the number of records and then update them as per your requirement. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to just open the package and go to the event handlers there, which event you want to handle. So on post execute, you have to select one execute SQL task, and then inside of that just write an update with your column name and then pass the package ID. Let us say before executing the package also, if I want to capture the information, so what I will do is, or else post validation. Okay, select the event handler. Okay, now click on this particular comment. Okay, so for each and every execution, I mean like for each and every event, like you have to configure separately. Okay, so earlier what we configured, we have configured for post execution, one execute SQL task. Now you are going to configure for post validation. Again take the execute SQL task and then give the connection and write some update instead of end time, like uh, take the start time. Click on OK. Similarly, go to parameter and take the value package ID, since it is input parameter, and data type, and then is a 0. Just click on OK. That means execute the package, go back and execute. See when the package has been started and when the package has been ended. Okay, so it will take the fraction of seconds as well. Hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds or microseconds. Okay, so whatever the event that you want to handle, you have to select the event. Okay, once after selecting the event, you have to click here to generate a on pre-execute event. Okay, that means you have selected the event, right? Click that and then configure the event. Okay, so if you want to see what are the events that we have configured as of now, you can see easily, like whatever the events that you are handling, those events you can see in highlighted, that means in bold. Okay, that means these two are in active for this particular package. Okay, so in real time what we do is, like you can use any of these particular uh, like auditing. You can go like your own way as per, I mean as per your requirement. Like if your manager doesn't say anything about how to audit the data and all, like you can use any of these options as a derived column, or else going for audit transformation, or else logging through some text SQL, or else XML files, or else capturing the event handlers. Okay, but even though you are having some auditing data on particular, let us say if you go for derived column, what it will do, it will do some row level operation. That means for each and every row it will capture the date. Okay, at the end of the record it will show the last execution time, or else last inserted date, or else last updated date. Event handlers, what we do is, that is, event handlers are at object level. These are not at records level, these are at object level, these are at data level, and the event handler is at object level. That means if you want to know whether that particular object, or else whether that particular package has been executed or not, let us say if you go to the main ETL package, you are having many packages. Okay, go to the event handlers and you can, if you configure the event handler for a particular package, for an executable on a DB package, or else something thing, anything. Okay, you are having many packages, right? So if you want to capture the details at package level or else task level, then you can go for the event handler. Okay, so if you configure the event handler, then what you will come to know is, like whether the task or else whether the package is executed on that particular point of time or not, or else what is the last executed point of time, or else what is the when that particular package has been started and when that particular has been ended. Okay, capturing the details of package starting date and ending date is pretty much required. Why? Because in future, sometime later, like a client will ask you, if the package execution is taking more time, then they will ask you to do some performance tuning. In that case, like, you have to have some audit information. So how much time each and every package is taking, or else how much time each and every task is taking. So if you have that details, starting time and ending time details, that you will come to know this much of time each and every package or else each and every task is taking. So by I mean, like, by looking at that particular audit information, you can tune up the packages. Tuning the packages in the sense, like, uh, let us say, uh, lookup. Okay, if you take any lookup pack, if you have any lookup packages, or else if any package is using lookup, you can open that particular thing, and inside of that, the first option that you can check is go to the connections, and you can see whether they are using any SQL query or else any table. Okay, if they are using table, then change that to SQL query. It will reduce the amount of execution time. Okay, or else instead of lookup, you can check, instead of lookup, can we write any SQL statement straight away in the SQL server side using execute SQL task. Okay, so using lookup, can we do like that or not? So something like that, like, you can go for a R&D process. Okay, so that means, like, it's a kind of tuning, data processing tuning, ETL tuning process. Okay, so that will helpful if you maintain event handlers. The event handlers will helpful in future, like, for data tuning operations mostly. Okay, and one more thing, like, to know the package execution details, if you are not confirm about the package is executed or not. Okay, so in earlier versions, like, we have this kind of issues, like, even though we have a task inside of the ETL, sometimes, like, due to developers mistakes, sometimes, like, the executable, like the task may skip some executions. Okay, so in that case, if you have audit information, audit kind of event handlers, then you can go back, you can you can go back to the back end, and you can see the data whether whether the execution is happened or not. Okay, so that is what about event handlers. And apart from this, let us say you have number of tasks inside of a package. Okay, around 1 2 3 4 5 6 packages inside of your package. First two or first three packages executed successfully. Okay, first two or three packages executed successfully, and the next one is failed. Okay, so once this is failed, I saw this package has been failed, so I stopped the package and I fixed the issue. But now I don't want to execute these packages. Why? Because these three are already executed, and there is no need of executing these packages again. If I start executing these packages again it will take some amount of time, like half an hour or 1 hour. So I don't want to waste that time. So in that case, from where the execution has been stopped, let us say from here the execution has been stopped. If I want to, if I kick off the package again, the execution should start from here. Instead of starting from the beginning, it should start from here itself. How to make the change, how to specify, uh, how to specify the system that the package execution have to start from here. Okay, so we can achieve that using checkpoints in SSIS. So using checkpoints, what we can do is, wherever the package has been stopped due to error, okay, so you can start the package from there itself. Instead of executing from the beginning, you can start from the error out point. Okay, so let us say, let me take one package. So you have one package, so you're able to execute this package. Checkpoints. So I have one task, okay, and I will take one more execute SQL task, and I will link the task from here to here. Instead of the execute SQL task, I will write some SQL query. Okay, so let us say it's go to target, and I'm trying to update, I'm trying to write some update. Okay, so what I will do is update uh, some table name. Okay, some dummy table, set some dummy column equal to 1 or 2. Okay, so some junk statement I have written over here. Okay, so click on OK. If you see here, I specified update one dummy table. So go back to the database. Is there any table with the name dummy table? Nothing, right? So in that case, like, this execute SQL task should fail. Okay, that means like I have written some dummy update here. Okay, some junk update here. So it will try to execute this execute SQL task and go to the target. Instead of the target, it will try to find out the table name called as dummy table. Since it is unable to find the table, the execute SQL task will fail. Okay, so let me save this. If you execute the package like this, what will happen? This will execute successfully and this will fail. So once after fixing the issue, let us say if I create the dummy table and if I create the dummy column, that means the table will exist and the column will exist. So in that case, if I execute the package, what will happen? So if I start the package, again the execution will start from here and then here. So instead, what I want to do is, this task has been executed successfully, so now I want to execute only this task. Instead of starting from here, I want to go here straight away. So to do like that, what I have to do is, we have to do go to the properties of the package. On the workspace, right click on the workspace and go to properties. There you can see, at the top you can see the options like checkpoint file name. Okay, so click here and then click on the dots. So it is asking for a checkpoint file name. Okay, so I will create some dummy file, checkpoint. Okay, so just click on open. I haven't created any file, but simply I just showed the path, checkpoint file name. Okay, and make this checkpoint usage as if exist. Okay, and then the third option you have to change as save checkpoints as true. Save checkpoints as true. Save this. After that, go back and see where this file we have created. What is the path that we have created? Sample solution 28 June checkpoint, right? Sample solution 28 June. Here there is no file. Okay, in the path you have specified as e colon sample solution 28 June slash checkpoint. But if you go back and see in the particular path, there the path that the file is not existed. When that file will come here is if this is executed successfully. Okay, if the package is executed successfully, I mean configured successfully, then you will get the file. Let me execute this. Did you get the file? Check find file? No, right? Stop this. Select the data flow task. Right click on the data flow task. Go to the properties. There you have to set one option called fail package on failure as true. Fail package on failure as true. Similarly, select the execute SQL task, right click and go to the properties and fail package on failure as true. Okay, save that and then execute the package now. Go back and see the file has been created. Checkpoint file has been created now. Okay, so when this file will come is if you set that options, what are the options that you have to set? First thing that you need to remember is right click on the workspace, go to the properties and then make all the changes for checkpoint details, checkpoint file name, where you want to create the checkpoint file name and what is the file name that you want to give. Checkpoint usage if exist and check save the checkpoints make as true. By default it is false and you have to make that one as a true. After that the second options that you need to change is whatever the task you are having inside of your package. How many tasks you are having? Two tasks we are having. So select each and every task and go to its properties. Inside of that you can see fail package on failure, make that one as a true. Similarly select the second task and right click and go to properties and make the that one as true, fail package and failure as true. Once after configuring these three things, one is on workspace, that means at package level, and another one is at task level. How many tasks you are having, that many options you have to change. Okay, task level. Once after changing the task level, and if you execute that, what happened? See, now this package, now this data flow task has not executed. Why? Because we have enabled the checkpoints, so that's why it's not executed and then straight away it came to the data flow task. I'm stopping here and then I'll write some proper execute statement. Since this is a dummy statement, right? So for understanding purpose I have given the dummy statement. So now if I click on OK and then OK, save this, execute this, see. So likewise the package execution will happen. That means this has been executed successfully. So the system is not bothering about this one. Straight away it is coming to here and then executing. Okay. So likewise you can configure the checkpoints. What is the usage of checkpoints is you can save the time, you can save the execution time. You may have multiple tasks and each and every task is taking around 5 to 10 minutes or else 15 minutes or else hours of time. So in that case, in the mid of the package, in the mid of the ETL, if a small task failed, assume like if a small task failed, then you have to fix the issue, stop the package and then fix the issue, and then you have to start the execution. If you start the execution again, what will happen? The package will start executing the beginning itself. Again it will take more time, right? So which will kill the time. So instead of waiting for that all that execution, what we do is we simply skip the execution part, which are already exist, which are already what we call, which are already executed. So that's why we will one second. Yeah, so that's why we will go for the checkpoints. So just have a look at the checkpoints and event handlers. Okay, just have a practice and one second. Yes, just have a look at the where it is.